Hello students, in this video I am going to be introducing the MYP Personal Project, the new edition. So this is the introduction for the new MYP Personal Project. So what is the MYP Personal Project? So you can see here from the IBO that it needs to be independent, age appropriate, and then your personal interest. So here you can see here that it is the project allows students to explore an area of motivates them and interests them. So students can choose any topic as long as it's safe and age appropriate for you. And then it is which can be existing or new interests for you. Choose how to achieve your goal, and then find your own success criteria. So you're going to make your own success criteria. Okay, so let's go on. Now, what is the personal project? So it needs to be in your own passion. So if you want to build a wood furniture, or you're curious about cell mutation, or any of the things that you are interested about, you may explore them. Okay, so like fashion designing or vegetable gardening, it's up to you on how you want to explore your journey. Okay, now your personal project should be clear and an achievable and also challenging goal. Okay, so you need to think about the goal that you set for yourself. Now, focus on showcasing your ATL skills. So in all, in MYP, you are always being taught for the ATL skills. Now, reflect on your interests, hobbies, concern about your global issues. Okay. Now, reflect on commitment in your academic honesty. So once you're done, you need to make sure that you have the academic honesty. Now, and then you need to have involved some research in it. Now, here is the nature of the MYP personal project. So the motivation should be explore and motivates and interests you. Okay, so what is your interest? Find your own motivation. So you need to set your goal in it. So what is the agency? You set Okay, what is the agency? So students set their own goal. So you are the one who's going to be setting your own goal, and then you need to achieve that goal. Okay, now students create their own articulation of what success will look like. So it's up to you, and you are going to make the criteria for yourself. And then lifelong learning. So I think this is the most important one, that students demonstrate the ATL skills. So all in all, to wrap up all the MYP, you are going to showcase what kind of ATL skills you will be showcasing. Now, students reflect on their impact that personal project had to themselves, and or to the community. So you make sure that you are using your personal project to impact yourself or people around you. Okay? Now, so the nature of the personal project should be personal nature that is important. So you are going to motivate yourself to increase your skills. Okay, so here you focus on what you want to do, and then you are going to achieve what you will be setting for your goal, and then articulate what does the success of your project should look like. Okay, now here you see the knowledge, the interest, the goal, or sorry, so you can see here the knowledge, the interest, the skills. It goes to your personal project. And then how it will help you to become a lifelong learner, and then education goal, and then in the future your work. So think about your personal project. It will cultivate you as a person. Okay. Now here from the IB, you have the PYP, which is the elementary. Then go to MYP, and then you can see the connections between the personal project to your core. If you're going to go for the uh, career-related program or in diploma program. Now, for the aim of the personal project. So it's said here that personal project consists of process and then product and then report. So three things that you need to look into: how you plan it, how you produce it, and how you are going to write about it or reporting about it. Now you are going to be collecting all of the data that you want. Now report, okay, the report is only component to be assessed. So unfortunately the report is going to be graded, okay? Now and then reflect on the process and product. So even though the product and the process is not being assessed, but it will showcase in the report on how you organize your work. So you may see here that inquire, okay, so inquire, I divided them interest, and then you take ownership of it. So inquire, you're asking questions. Okay, what is it about? So you are setting your goal. So asking yourself, what is your personal interest? How are you going to take it as your personal goal? Okay, and then you're taking ownership of your personal project. Okay, for the act, you are going to transfer the applied skills, so it means your ATL skills, okay, in pursuit of your learning goal. So whatever your goal you set in the inquire, you use your ATL skills to achieve your learning goal and then produce a product. And the last one is recognize and evidence personal growth. Okay, so you are going to reflect on what you have learned and what have changed you as a person. Okay, these are the objective that you are going to be doing. Students will set the learning goal. Okay, so you set that one, then you are looking into the product goal. Okay, what does the product should look like? Okay, and then what is the personal success of the criteria going to be for the product? Now, for criterion B, applying skills, you are going to achieve the goal. Okay, make sure that one you are going to achieve that one. Then you are going to apply the ATL skills that you learn that can be produced for the product goal. Okay, and the last one is the criterion C, which is students reflect on the impact of the personal project. So what does the impact does to you or in the community? Okay, now this one, students evaluate against the success criteria. So going back to criterion A, you look back, the success criteria was the success criteria um, uh, achieved. Okay, now here is the learning goal. Now the goal consists of two components. So one is the learning goal and then the other one is the product. Now okay, you can look at this diagram. So in order to learn about fitness, I could, okay, here are the choices for the product. Create a series of workout videos or write about an essay about fitness, okay, or train yourself into a marathon. Okay, so those are product. Now, if I choose to create a workout video, so here by creating a series of workout videos, I could learn more about what. Okay, so from that product, what are the learning goals or learning skills that you work on? Okay, now in the process, students are expected to document their process. So I am going to tell you that you need to organize your work. Okay, so you need to make sure that all of the evidence, what your process are, you need to document everything so that when you go back to your evidence and then you write your report, it's easier for you to write it down. Okay, now in this way, students demonstrate the working behavior and academic honesty. So this is very important. Academic honesty. Everything should be authentic. It means that everything's produced by you. Okay. Now, if students are documented their process throughout, It will help them write a reflective report. Okay, so much more reflective. So if you organize everything, when you go back, you will say, oh, I have learned something about it, and then I was able to change myself or change the community because of my project. Okay, now the report, okay, at the end of the process, students will document their personal project report, and then these are the things that you need to look into in the report. So in planning, students what they did in the project, and then in the ATL skills, how it contributed using that skills to learn and produce the product. Okay, and then for reflecting, it's why you did this project. Okay, now the assessment, of course, I will be talking about it in a series of videos: planning first, planning, applying, and also reflecting. So this is the chart that you will look into. Criterion A has 3 strands, B has 2, and C has also 2. Okay? Now, the other elements for the personal project are the product, process journal, report, maybe exhibit because of pandemic, maybe it will be online, and then academic honesty. Okay, so these are the things that you need to accomplish throughout the personal project. Now, learning community supports personal projects. So what it means that everyone around you will be your support team. Okay, so your coordinator, your supervisor, and also your community, your maybe parents, your aunt, whomever you want to get involved with your project. Okay. Now, what does a supervisor do? So for me, I am the supervisor. So responsible for what can we provide you. So first, making sure that you choose the right topic properly. So it should be age appropriate, and then ethical, okay, in the right standard. Now, safe, and then it is protecting your rights, protecting other rights too. Okay, and then also the animal welfare and also the environmental issues. So these are making sure that your topic does not violate that. Okay, now next is the guidelines for the personal project. So we will tell you that what you need to accomplish. Now, I believe that the coordinator will be giving this timetable to you and also the deadline. So it will be standard for everybody. Now, providing assessment criteria. So when you provide your assessment criteria from your project, then we will look at, is this appropriate or not? Okay, and then giving advice to curate evidence. So later on, I will tell you how you are going to put that in the Google Drive for your curation of evidence. So you need to organize them. Okay. Now, emphasizing importance of personal analysis and reflection. So you need to make sure that you were able to analyze them and reflect properly. And then providing formative feedback. So it means that when you present it to me during the interviews with me, then I'm going to be giving some feedbacks for you. Now, ensuring requirements is academic integrity. It means it's the original from your take of what you want to have. All right. And then it is confirming with the authenticity that work submitted, so it's not plagiarized. Now, assessing the project in the criteria that is meeting the guide. So in the report, I will be giving you some advice for that. Now, and then standard in assessment process. Now, information for you to get beforehand is the guide. Okay, it is on the website, and then timetable, assessment criteria, which is I already mentioned, process journal, uh, analysis, feedback, and then requirement of the academic honesty. So later on, you will have this kind of checklist. Now, supervisor. So when you meet your supervisor, you need to have it at least 3 times, okay? And then there is an academic honesty form that you need to fill in, and then your advisor or your supervisor will be signing them and giving you some feedback. And then that will be submitted with your project. Now, another moderator, or this one will be when we are going to moderate your grade if it's properly given or not. Okay. Now, if you did not find any supervisor, the school will be appointing that person for you. Okay. Now, this what it looks like in academic honesty form. This is the printed version. Now, there is also the managed back version for that. Okay, so I will talk to you about this more often. Now, in the role of the community, there will be someone who can also support you. The library is a wealth of information, so you should be a friendly customer for the librarian. Okay, other teachers in the schools are also can help you with your project. Okay, beyond the school, if your project has something about maybe cell mutation or pandemic or anything that is out of the norm in the school, you should get some advice from your community. Okay, so it's more of connection with the community around you. Okay. Next is what is your role? You should spend 25 hours for this personal project. And then our school has limit your spending for 3,000 NT for your project, okay, for your product. Now, here, the personal project should be personally meaningful. As I said, it need to be meaningful for you. Then you take ownership of that for the self-directed inquiries or asking a lot of questions about it. Okay, and then you transfer learning goals and products, and then recognize the evidence in the growth of yourself. So this is repeated to give you more information. So I'm repeating all over again. Okay, so here establish goal, action plan, and then your success criteria to point out your ATL skills. So this is what you need to target. Okay, now and then gather evidence for your ATL skills. Now, the project should align with your success criteria and also the objective for each strand. Okay, and then select the evidence that is the most powerful for your report. Okay, and then reflect it and then write a report. Okay, so this is the information for you to start with thinking about what your project going to be. So I hope you start working on it and good luck.